Hello everyone and welcome to this video where I'm super happy to announce that the ALTA Container Ship has finally been released. It's out and available for each and every one of you to download and enjoy, so I can't wait to see the comments and what people think of it. With that said, it's been a decently long journey from taking the tanker ship version and converting it to an 8 container capacity ship with full loading capabilities. So it has the ability to be self-sufficient. You don't have to load any or spawn any dockside creations in order to get it loaded up. So I encourage you to watch the video that I put out for the loading process. It was on a pre-released version, but it hasn't changed enough that it merits me making another video. What I also want to do is thank each and every one of my Discord members, especially the ones who helped in creating the who helped in testing and creating some of the systems on this ship. So I actually utilized a good amount of people to put this ship through a variety of different tests and make sure that the release is as smooth as possible. One of the comments that I received when we were in the testing phase was that the ship was not fast enough. So I actually did put the new propellers down here. There are now 6 main propellers pushing the ship, as well as having a variety of different systems. So you could see here the propellers, and we have now the ability to put it in low gear, and it actually gets up to around 30 knots or 31 knots when you put the trim up. So it's not bad for a ship this size and with this many features. I'm quite happy that it has this type of top speed now. In addition to that, there's been other changes that people requested and that were just good ideas. So of course here you have the sort of lounge area. This has not been changed. Here as well you got your 2 staterooms and kind of a meeting area and a galley. This has not changed. The engine room also has not changed. What has changed is the height of the ship ever so slightly, but you most likely will not notice that. But if we go here into the cargo hold, these systems now have been adapted to work even better. Previously, when you selected the gantry crane, it physically hit the superstructure. Not anymore. So now it is a much better system that we have overall. We have an intercom to talk to the crane, and we have the ability to move containers in here while also having access to an equipment area and a extra range fuel tank. Now that was also requested because some people were testing the ship up to the Arctic and they found that the range was just barely able to make it up to the Arctic, so now you could actually fill this up. It gets you, I think, around another 6,000 liters, and you of course have to turn this on, and now it will flood the main diesel tank. So that is kind of how that system works. I'm not sure why the number was jumping. That implies that it was actually entering that extra capacity tank, which I'll have to check after. But anyways, over here now we've added an override, so you can actually adjust your Bay 1 and Bay 2 from these buttons right here, so you don't have to go down into the control room. That's a nice little add-on. This tug has received a lot more attention than I originally intended it to, but I'm quite happy to work on that because my intention now is to have all the rat creations kind of undergo a similar sort of update. You could see here with the wheels turning in this method, if you press this button you actually get crab steering, meaning the wheels can turn in the same direction, which is very useful for towing containers. A lot of people were happy with that update. Over here you have now again the ability to talk to the container room, or the container control room from this little area. And this crane has received a couple new features, as well as if you press 2, it goes back into an auto home mode, which is quite nice. It'll always be centered perfectly and it'll lock itself in place. In addition to that, it's also received winches. So this one has 1 winch and the gantry crane here has 2 winches that you could operate over here. Now the idea of these winches is to allow you to sort of drop in other sort of components that are not ISO containers. So that is a nice little added feature for you. So all the systems here came together to kind of give us a really nice multi-configuration container ship, and I'd just like to think that it is quite well-rounded for any sort of people who may be interested in fulfilling container type missions. So make sure to go here to the creation, check it out, and subscribe if you are interested in having this ship in your inventory. One thing that I will note is that here we have the loading procedure. I highly recommend you watch this because this system has been pretty much remains the same. There has been little changes, so I'm not going to say it's identical, especially with the tug itself and some of the crane controls, but I'm pretty sure just by watching the loading procedure that you can figure out how to load it, because again, it's pretty much applying your position hold, pulling out this tug, using this tower crane to drop the tug on the shoreline, use the tug to bring over a container, and then once the container is there, use the tower crane to drop the container on the deck, and then use the gantry to position it on the deck or drop it down here in the lower hold. If it's in the lower hold, you use this tool, which is called the pusher, to put the container deeper into the hold or position it out here if you want. So the procedure is the same. It hasn't changed. If there's a lot of people still confused and asking questions, I will make another video, but I'm pretty sure it's quite self-explanatory if you've watched that video. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for supporting all my creations, for all the help that I received. I do want to always give a shout out to those who help me and who support me. With that said, expect more creations. I got the Atomica coming out. I got a catamaran, 2 catamarans actually, a bunch of other vehicles, and a bunch of other video content. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more content and creations. And as always, happy Stormworksing, everyone.